So, I have just finished my equality and diversity mandatory training for the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh, for which I am an examiner at MRCS level, but also for my re-accreditation and revalidation. I'm actually quite disturbed by this whole process. I've also learned that there is an equality and diversity team that work through the NHS at every hospital, and this team isn't just one person, it's a whole team of people that are put there to remind everybody about equality and diversity. Do we really need to be reminded of the 9 protected characteristics? Now, what is a protected characteristic, for goodness sake? The whole argument about equality and diversity is why do we need then to protect certain characteristics? Surely then that makes these protected characteristics more equal, if you like, in that we have to protect what these groups of people are and have. So we label people, we put these labels on them. So the 9 protected characteristics are age, sex, sexual orientation, gender reassignment, pregnancy and maternity, religion, marriage and civil partnership, race and disability. It was evident after the election that there were several comments about the fact that how pleased people were that suddenly there were more women in government, or there were more ethnic groups. I hate that word ethnic. What is ethnic, for goodness sake? It's such a horrible word. It's such a horrible label. Am I ethnic? My ancestors came across to Britain in the 12th century from France. Does that make me ethnic? I'm short and bald. Is that an ethnicity? I don't know. Also, quotas, having quotas for certain positions, or making sure that certain groups are appreciated in certain jobs, and making sure that the quota is right for these particular groups, that we fill the numbers. Surely you would want to be chosen for a job because you are the best person for the job, not because this year we need one person in the group who is short, 58, bald, grey, with glasses and green eyes. Oh, Bagley, that's you. We'll give you the job because you fit the bill. No, I'd like to be chosen because I'm the best person for the job. A couple of things just to end with. Morgan Freeman was asked why he didn't support Black History Month in America, to which his argument was his history is American history. It shouldn't just be confined to a month. He was then asked, how do you stop racism? We can talk at length about the ism word. Ism, it's horrible, isn't it? Sexism, racism, ageism. It just makes that word angry and aggressive anyway, doesn't it? But ism or ist on the end of it, racist, sexist, ageist, baldist. It's such an aggressive way of forming a word. But he said, when asked how to stop racism, he said, stop talking about it. And he's absolutely right. I'll end on this note. In Canada, about 1990-ish, Meech Lake Accord, there was a move to change the Supreme Court of Canada, and there were 10 judges in there, 1 from each province. And the call came out for 5 women and 5 men, because that's equality, isn't it? 5 women and 5 men, or so you would think. And one premier vetoed it, and he was vilified by every ethnic, minority, sexual orientation group of radicals and whatever, and saying that he was a misogynistic, racist, child-hating, dog-hating, horse-hating, everything-hating guy who was obviously out of touch with reality. And eventually he was cornered, and there was placards waving, and the crowds were there and shouting and booing at him, and one of the protagonists said to him that he was a misogynist who didn't like women, and he should vote for 5 women and 5 men. And he stopped her and said, so you think that 5 women and 5 men is the right thing to do? And she went, yes, it is. To which he then said, well, what if I told you that the 10 best people for the job were women? What would you do then? And she went, oh, yeah, never thought of that one. Look, I don't care where you come from, what your religion is, whether you're one-legged, blind, woman, gay, lesbian, gender reassignment, black, blue, yellow, white, bald, grey, short, tall, green-eyed, blue-eyed, no teeth, with teeth. I don't care. I look at you as a person. I look at you as a name. I don't put a label on anybody. And you know what? I don't want more women in government. I don't want more men in government. I want people in government. I want people who will do a good job. And I don't care who you are. Just do a good job. And that is what is important.